up, you guys? Welcome back. If you're new, welcome. And I'm sorry for the absence, but I was so tired my last day off that I just could not bring myself to film. I'm so sorry. Like, I just did not have it in me. We have been up in sales. There was a tornado in the area, so a lot of people were without power. So we were doing like record sales numbers because no one could cook food, so everyone was eating out. It was insane. But luckily, me and Judy are safe. We were like in the direct line of the tornado almost, but it kind of veered off a little bit. But we got lucky. We got so lucky. Like, it was crazy. It was like an EF3. It was a pretty good sized tornado. It did a lot of damage. So yeah, we've been very, very lucky, but I have been very, very tired. So sorry, but I'm alive and we're here and we're filming now. Okay, all right. So today we're going to play with the brand new Nomad Cosmetics, and like, can we just, this palette cover, are you kidding me? That is so pretty. It's so pretty. Okay, so this is the Fairytale Europe palette, and this cover, like, it looks like a little pop-up book. Like, it's actually like glued on, like it doesn't pop up, but like it looks like a pop-up book, and it just takes me back to my childhood, and I love it. Super cute. Let's talk about the cause. That way, it also comes with a little actual fairy tale, which I kind of thought it would be fun if you want to stick to the end of the video. I'm gonna do like a drag time story hour with it. Okay. All right. So let's read the back because it has all the info. This is Princess Castles and Storybook Settings. Once upon a time in a European land far, far away, a place full of romantic castles, storybook landscapes, and adorable woodland animals. The enchanting tales of Cinderella, Snow White, and others come to life in these magical destinations. From Alcazar de Segovia in Spain that originally inspired Disney, to Sleeping Beauty's Castle Schloss, I am going to butcher this, Neuschwanstein in Germany. I don't speak German if you couldn't tell. Yeah. Come with us to explore the inspiration for your favorite fairy tale and celebrate a world of happily ever afters. The cause: we are proud to support UNESCO World Heritage Center that helps preserve heritage sites around the world like the inspiring European castles. Very cool. Okay, so like I said, we're going to read this at the end of the thing, so stay tuned for that. But now let's get into the actual palette, shall we? Now here's my thing. Okay, these shimmers are gorgeous. Also, the mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all on the mirror? Are you kidding me? Love it. Okay, this is the palette itself, and as you can see, all of the mattes are very neutral. Gulp. Yeah, but the shimmers are so freaking pretty. So, we're gonna do a neutral look with a pop of color, I guess. But I kind of want to do, like, black across the lid, and then do the shimmers on top of it. Does that sound fun for anyone? Okay, so yeah, we'll do that. But, like, can we just first talk about the pans? Like, the stamps on the pans? Like, we've got poison apples, we've got snowflakes for Frozen, we've got a trident for the Little Mermaid, the rose for Belle, castles, Cinderella's little pumpkin coach. Like, oh, I love it. I love it. For someone who watched all the Disney princess movies when she was growing up, this is everything. I love it. Okay, so let's get a nice kind of dense brush, and we're gonna dip into this black, go all the way across the lid. This is Chillon Castle. Okay, next, I think we're gonna have to go into that dark brown just as like a nice blend, like right in the crease. So we're gonna hit Neuschwanstein. I don't speak German. Okay, from there I'm gonna go into want the dark tan or the light tan. There's so many shades of tan, you know? Let's go into Craigivar Castle? I don't know. I don't know Craig or his castle. And I'm gonna get a floofy brush and we're going to go into Alcazar de Segovia just to finish everything up. I think that actually took away some of the intensity of that middle shade. Let me go back in. Okay, that's a little more like it. Okay, then down below, we're gonna take Chillon Castle. And then we're gonna go in with the German one. Okay, and then I'm gonna tap the ends off of that with the Craigivar Castle. Okay, now for the eyes, I kind of had an idea to do sort of a rainbow, but like do cool tones and red tones. So that's what we're going for, at least. Okay, hang on. Hold up. Let me do my under eye liner first. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go with Prince Charming. It's kind of a green tone. There's not really a good green in this. So we're gonna go with Prince Charming's. It has kind of a green yellow tone, okay? For the cool side, and then we're gonna do Belle for the warm side. And then I think I'm gonna take Love Story for the cool side, and then Cinderella for the warm side. And then on the cool side, we're gonna do Snow Queen. And on the warm side, we're gonna do Fairy Godmother. Okay, and then on the very ends, I'm going to do Wicked Fairy on the cool side and Little Mermaid on the warm side. Okay, there's our look so far. I'm gonna do liner, lashes, and a wig, and we'll be back for story hour. And here we are with the finished look. I was going to put on my little tiara, but like I don't feel like it quite goes. Does it go? I don't know. Y'all, I don't know. Don't ask me why I bought a tiara. It was for my 21st birthday, okay? Because I was the queen and I was getting hammered, and I did, and it was great. Then I had to go to work the next day because I didn't think to ask off for the next day. Let me tell you, working fast food with a hangover for the first time in your life, fail. Okay, so let's talk about the palette real quick. Of course, everything blended really well. The shimmers are really beautiful. Do I wish that some of the shimmers were matte so you could do a little bit more with the palette than just a neutral look with a pop of color? Sure. But that said, there's so many pretty like shimmers in here, and I used almost every single one of them. So I would probably like kind of pair this with another palette just to like play around a little more. But you know, there's a lot of people that like neutral palettes. I don't understand you people. I don't get it. But they gotta do a little something for everybody. I get it. I get it. I don't mind. I just wish. And this is all about, you know, wishful thinking, right? Fairy tales. I'm gonna bippity boppity boo some more mats in there. Okay, let's read this cute little fairy tale story. A Fairy Tale by Nomad Cosmetics. The Princess and Her Kingdom. Dear gentle reader, in a land far, far away, follow along a path of enchanted castles and storybook settings that have inspired so many beloved and timeless fairy tales. Step into this enchanted world and create your perfect fairy tale look with our new Fairytale Europe palette. Wishing you a happily ever after, Felicia and Auntie, Nomad co-founders. Yay, Felicia and Auntie! I love them. Okay, ready, children? Once upon a time, in a kingdom far, far away, nestled between misty mountains and sparkling rivers, there lived a kind and curious princess named Celestia. She was beloved by her people for her gentle ways and good heart, and despite all the beauty around her, Celestia longed for something more. She wanted to know her kingdom, not just its grand castles and royal gardens, but its lands, its villages, and its people. One bright spring morning, Celestia stood on the balcony of her castle, gazing out at the horizon. The kingdom stretched far and wide, from the green meadows to the distant forests. I want to see it all, she whispered to herself. I want to meet the people who live here, hear their stories, and learn what makes this land so special. Her father, King Rowan, was a wise and caring ruler, but he was protective of his only daughter. When Celestia asked him for permission to travel through the kingdom, he hesitated. Are you sure, my dear? The world beyond the castle walls can be unpredictable, he said, stroking his silver beard. I will be safe, father, and I promise I will return to you, Celestia said, her voice full of determination. After a long pause, King Rowan smiled. Very well, my daughter. Go with my blessing, but take this enchanted pendant. It will keep you safe wherever you go. Celestia accepted the pendant and a delicate silver charm shaped like a heart and set out on her journey. The village of Whispers. Her first stop was the village of Whispers, a quiet settlement nestled by the edge of the enchanted forest. The villagers were known for their soft-spoken nature and their beautiful woven tapestries that told stories of the past. When Celestia arrived, she was greeted by an elderly woman named Mira, who invited her to sit and talk by the fire. Tell me, dear princess, Mira asked, what brings you to our humble village? I want to understand more about the people of this land, Celestia replied. I wish to learn what makes this kingdom so special. Mira smiled, her eyes twinkling with wisdom. Ah, you seek the heart of the kingdom, but do not expect to find it in the grand palaces. It lives in the everyday moments of kindness, in the work of hands and the love of neighbors. Celestia spent the day with the villagers, helping them with their work and listening to their stories. She learned how they shared their harvests, cared for the sick, and helped each other through difficult times. Celestia's heart swelled with love for these people, and she realized that the true strength of the kingdom lay in the kindness and cooperation of its people. The Forest of Echoes. Next, Celestia ventured into the Forest of Echoes, a mystical place where the trees seemed to speak in whispers, and the air was thick with magic. As she wandered deeper into the forest, she met a young woman named Celine, who was gathering herbs. Who are you? Celestia asked, curious. I am a healer, Celine said, offering Celestia a smile. I help the creatures of the forest and the people of the kingdom to stay well. Celestia marveled at the way Celine moved through the forest, her every step as if in tune with the land itself. Do you ever feel lonely here in the deep forest? Celestia asked. Loneliness is not something that bothers me, Celine answered. For I know that the forest is alive with stories. The trees remember, the streams hum songs, and the animals share their tales. You see, the forest has its own language. Celestia spent several days with Celine, learning about the healing herbs, enchanted by the woodland animals, and listening to the ancient songs of trees. She discovered how the kingdom's magic was interwoven with nature, and how the forest, while wild, was full of healing, balance, and wisdom. the Mountain of Stars. Celestia's final stop was the Mountain of Stars, where the highest peaks kissed the sky. It was said that those who reached the summit would have their deepest wish granted. The climb was difficult, and the air grew thinner with each step, but Celestia was determined. After many days of climbing, she reached the summit, where an old sage named Orion waited. "You have made it, Princess Celestia," the sage said, his voice like the wind. "I have been waiting for you." "I've traveled far," Celestia said, catching her breath, "but I still don't fully understand what makes this kingdom so special." Orion looked at her with a knowing smile. "You have traveled to the heart of the kingdom, my dear. The kingdom's heart is not in any one place. It is in the people, in the land, and in the love that connects them all. Its heart beats in the kindness of the villagers, in the wisdom of the forest, and in the strength of the mountains." Celestia understood then. The kingdom's heart was not something she could see with her eyes or touch with her hands, but something she could feel in her soul. It was the bond that tied it all together, whether it was the people of the quiet villages, the sage of towering mountains, or the songs and creatures of the lands and forests. Coming home. Celestia returned to the castle, her heart full of joy and understanding. She enthusiastically shared her stories with her father, and he listened with great interest as she spoke of the kindness of the villagers, the wisdom of the forest, and the strength of the mountains. "Father," Celestia said, "I understand now. The kingdom's true strength lies not in riches or castles, but in the love and unity of its people and community with its lands." King Rowan smiled proudly. "You have learned the most important lesson of all, my daughter, and you will be the one to carry this knowledge forward as you rule with wisdom and compassion." And so, Princess Celestia became a wise and beloved queen, ruling with a heart full of kindness, knowing that the heart of the kingdom beats in the heart of all its people. The kingdom flourished, and Celestia's reign was a time of peace, prosperity, and harmony. The people sang songs of her wisdom, and the land thrived under her care. And they all lived happily ever after. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one. I will have the link down below if you want to check this out. And that's it for this one. Love you, bye!